tossing and turning all night, with your mind racing 1,000,000 miles an hour. You're definitely not alone. So many of us struggle to switch off when our head hits the pillow. But what if I told you that the secret to a peaceful night's sleep is right under your nose? Literally, it's your breath. Tonight, we're going to explore the simple yet powerful practice of mindful breathing and how it can completely transform your sleep, helping you drift off faster and stay asleep longer. So, let's start with the basics. Why does breathing have such a huge impact on our sleep? Well, it all comes down to our nervous system. Throughout the day, we're often in a state of fight or flight, driven by our sympathetic nervous system. We're dealing with work stress, deadlines, family responsibilities, and endless notifications. When it's time for bed, our bodies can't just flip a switch. We need to intentionally shift into rest and digest mode, which is governed by our parasympathetic nervous system. This is where mindful breathing comes in. Slow, deliberate breathing is one of the fastest ways to activate this rest and digest system. When you slow down your breath, you send a powerful signal to your brain that you are safe and it's okay to relax. Think of it like a biological command, telling your body that the day's battles are over and it's time to power down for recovery. Your heart rate begins to slow, your blood pressure drops, and your muscles start to release the tension they've been holding on to all day. It's a natural tranquilizer, and you have access to it anytime, anywhere. Let's talk about the mechanics for a moment. When we're stressed, our breathing tends to be shallow and rapid, mostly in our chest. Mindful breathing encourages us to breathe deeply into our belly or diaphragm. This deep diaphragmatic breathing is incredibly effective. As you take a long, deep inhale, you're not just filling your lungs with oxygen. You're also gently massaging your internal organs and signaling your muscles to let go. Then comes the exhale, which is arguably even more important. A long, slow exhale is directly linked to calming the nervous system. It quiets the mental chatter and tells your mind that it's time to be still. The longer your exhale, the more profound the relaxation response. One of the biggest culprits of sleeplessness is over. How many times have you laid in bed, replaying conversations from the day, worrying about tomorrow's to-do list, or getting lost in an endless spiral of what-ifs? This is where the mindful part of mindful breathing truly shines. Mindfulness is simply the act of paying attention to the present moment without judgment. When you focus on your breath, you anchor your attention to something physical and real, happening right now. You focus on the sensation of the air entering your nostrils, filling your lungs, and the gentle release as you exhale. This simple act of focusing on the breath gives your mind a job to do. Instead of letting it wander off into anxious thoughts, you are gently guiding it back to this one, simply rhythm. It's not about forcing thoughts out of your head. That usually just makes them stronger. Instead, it's about shifting your focus. When a worry pops up, you can acknowledge it, and then gently return your attention to your breath. Each time you do this, you're strengthening your ability to let go of distracting thoughts and stay in the present. Over time, your breath becomes a peaceful sanctuary that you can retreat to whenever your mind gets too noisy. Let's try a simple technique right now. You can do this sitting up or lying down. Get comfortable and gently close your eyes if you'd like. Place one hand on your chest and the other on your belly. For the next few moments, just breathe normally and observe. Notice which hand is rising more. Is it the one on your chest or the one on your belly? There's no right or wrong answer. Just notice. Now, let's shift to a more deliberate breath. We'll try a technique called the 4-7-8 breath, which is renowned for its calming effects. First, exhale completely through your mouth, making a gentle whoosh sound. Then, close your mouth and inhale quietly through your nose for a count of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, hold your breath for a count of 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And finally, exhale completely through your mouth with that whoosh sound for a count of 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That completes one cycle. Let's do it again. Inhale through your nose for 4. Hold for 7. Exhale through your mouth for 8. One more time together. Inhale for 4. Hold for 7. Exhale for 8. Now, just return to your normal breathing and notice how you feel. You might already feel a little calmer, a little more grounded. The magic of this technique is in that long exhale. By making your exhale twice as long as your inhale, you are supercharging your body's relaxation response. Doing just 3 or 4 cycles of this before bed can make a significant difference. Another key benefit of mindful breathing is how it creates a sense of internal peace. When you breathe in a steady, rhythmic pattern, you're essentially creating a predictable and safe environment within your own body. This rhythm is incredibly soothing to our nervous system. It's like rocking a baby to sleep. The consistent, gentle motion is calming. By establishing a slow, steady breathing rhythm, you are creating your own internal lullaby. This inner peace helps to counteract the external chaos of the world and the internal chaos of a busy mind. Your breath is also a powerful tool for signaling your brain to release physical tension. We often hold stress in our bodies without even realizing it in our jaws, our shoulders, our neck, our back. When you practice mindful breathing, you can pair it with a body scan. As you breathe in, you can imagine sending fresh, calming energy to a part of your body. As you breathe out, you can imagine all the tension, tightness, and stress melting away from that area. For example, you could start with your toes. Inhale, and bring your awareness to your feet. Exhale, and feel them become heavy and relaxed. Then move up to your calves, your thighs, and so on, all the way up to the top of your head. With each long, slow exhale, you are consciously telling your muscles that they have permission to let go. This process of systematically releasing tension prepares your body for a deep and restorative sleep. You're not just quieting your mind, you're telling every cell in your body that it's time to rest. Ultimately, mindful breathing helps you fall asleep faster and achieve a much deeper quality of sleep. When your mind is calm and your body is relaxed, you create the ideal conditions for sleep to occur naturally. You're no longer fighting against yourself, trying to force sleep to happen. Instead, you're gently inviting it. And because you're entering sleep from a state of deep relaxation, the sleep you get is often more restorative. You're more likely to move smoothly through the different sleep cycles, including the deep, slow-wave sleep that is so crucial for physical and mental recovery. The beautiful thing about this practice is its simplicity. You don't need any special equipment, apps, or subscriptions. Your breath is always with you. It is your most natural, portable, and effective tool for resetting your mind and body before bedtime. It's a skill, and, like any skill, it gets easier and more effective with practice. Don't be discouraged if your mind still wanders at first. That's completely normal. The practice isn't about having an empty mind. It's about gently and kindly bringing your focus back to your breath, again and again. So, tonight, when you get into bed, I invite you to try it. Forget about the pressure to fall asleep immediately. Instead, just make your goal to focus on your breath for a few minutes. Place your hand on your belly, feel it rise and fall. Try the 4-7-8 technique, or simply count your breaths. Inhale 1, exhale 2, inhale 3, and so on, up to 10, and then start over. Your only job is to be with your breath. Give yourself this gift of a few quiet moments to transition from the busyness of your day to the peace of the night. You might just be surprised at how quickly your body and mind respond, guiding you effortlessly into a deep and restful sleep. Thanks so much for joining me today. I hope these insights help you find the peaceful rest you deserve. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more tips on living a healthier, more mindful life. Sweet dreams, and I'll see you in the next video.